Oh, I forgot the... Oh my goodness. I forgot my banner. I know I forgot something. Is it under... It's under effects. There you are. Sorry, TikTok. Wow, it's a big fat banner in her face. Yeah, it is. What up, Jam Jar? Hi. Welcome. Everyone circle around for your moment of reading. Hello, hello, everybody. Hi. Oh, jeez. I'm not gonna sneeze. What up, TikTok? What up, YouTube? Let's see here. It might be a slow night tonight. I'm nearing the end of book 4 of my series. I am not. I'm in book 4 of my series. I don't want to take this on the plane, but I think I'm gonna have to. But I think I'm gonna take this and a Kindle, cause I'll have time to finish reading this in Boston. Cause I'm gonna need at least I'm gonna need several more hours to finish this book, and I know I'm gonna finish out of town. Thanks for the heart, me. Thank you, thank you. All right, everyone got your caffeine? I drank my caffeine late, but in all fairness, I took a really good nap earlier today, so I'm okay drinking caffeine. Oh my goodness. Have your day ruined by Zoom? No, I don't even remember when's the last time I used Zoom, to be honest. What happened on Zoom? I know Spotify was down earlier today. I haven't heard anything about Zoom. I don't know why it's doing that. They had 3 or 4 hour outage. Technology. I know, like, there's companies that rely so heavily on technology, and it's like, you guys do realize, like, there's never going to be 100% reliability. Even self-checkouts still have somebody watching because things mess up all the time. So whenever I worked in a company and our service was down, like, I remember when Google Teams was down, and it's like, oh no, I can't go to that meeting, oh no. I just flipped open to a potential spoiler. And luckily, I didn't pay attention to it. But I saw the design of the page and I was like, holy crap. Shut that book. I almost spoiled myself. For being spoiled for Contact Center 2. Yeah. Yep. I can always tell you if Google goes down, my entire company is at a loss. Which I'm like... I mean, the company's great. But... I hate having to use Google for everything. But it is what it is. We use Google for everything. Voting on page in a current. I was joking. I didn't think it was gonna be that. It was just like it showed like it keeps showing the list of like the districts. And like I flipped up into a page where it just happened to have like some names crossed out and I was like, nope. Don't want to know that yet. Don't want to know that yet. When Teams went down. So when I used to work at Costco years ago, I loved it when our systems went down. Because it was the only time I could look at the member and be like, sorry, I can't help you. No, I can't do that for you. It was so empowering to just be like, no, I can't. So this is the 4th one, technically one of the prequels. So this one came out in, I did not know this book came out, am I right, in 2020? Like, that doesn't feel right, but I think that's what it said. Yeah, this book came out in 2020, which is absolutely insane to me, because I feel like it was last year. This is the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, so it's the story of President Snow. The new book that came out is Sunrise on the Reaping, and Sunrise on the Reaping is Haymitch's story. That's the one that just came out, so I'll be reading that one next week. And, like, the time to catch up on their... Yes. Yeah. Oh, crap. Training. I'm behind on my work training. Oops. Oh, yeah. Our debit card machines went down one time, and I kept telling the lady, like, it's not going to take your card. It's down. She went to my manager afterwards and told him that I was denying her service because of her skin color. Luckily, I had a great manager, and obviously in our system it shows when the card services were down, but I was like, you can't use your debit card or credit card because it's not working. And she was just so livid because I was like, cash or check, unfortunately, while we figured this out. And she flat out thought, yeah, always have a manager on your side. That was insane. If my stuff went down, we literally wouldn't be able to open. I'm not the CEO. I'm not IT. This is beyond our scope. Like, if Spotify's down, you're not going to call Spotify and be like, what is going on? How dare you do this? Like, no, there's a level of technicalities that happen. Like, no. Whole other company has to fix it. Yep, exactly. It's not anywhere on Costco system. It's, yeah. I make those decisions, exactly. All right, I'm ready to start reading. Hope you guys are ready to start reading. Let's get into these books. You guys got 1 minute to grab your books and drinks and cats and chairs and caffeine and snackies. I have nuts. I should be healthier. I don't want to. I am so thirsty though. Allie's starting book 5. Awesome. Hi, Xena. How are you? What do you want? Guess what? I have no ribbon on my book. I have no ribbon for you to play with. Xena's looking at my book like, where's the string? Well, I'm not using that bookmark this time. Okay. All right, everybody. 30 minutes on the clock. Happy sprinting, everyone. Oh, that is smart. This be crazy. This book be crazy. How did everyone's sprint go? I did start a little tiny bit earlier than I said I would. But I was like, I think it was like 6:45 or something, and I was like, well, I'm not really doing anything, so let's go live. One chapter of Invincible. Hi, miss. Hello, hello. What up, Lair? And yes, I'm also live on YouTube, so if you guys want to throw this up on a TV screen or a computer screen, you're more than welcome to. I will be prioritizing YouTube slowly. I'm uploading some old reels, but I will work on trying to make a video. Joined a bit late, but made some progress. Read about 8%. Me too, Sarah. Me too. I had cats disturbing me, but I had a little bit of a. I read a bit. 96% to Say You'll Remember Me. Not my favorite Abby Jimenez, but still a 4-star. That's good. I still have not read an Abby Jimenez book. 19 pages. I'm reading an arc of the new romantasy Shield of Sparrows. Didn't you get like 5 arcs or something like that? 4 or 5 arcs recently? I'm reading One Dark Window. I need to read One Dark Window to then determine whether or not I want the special editions. Because right now, I haven't read it. So I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. What I hate is the special editions that I do want. I've been slowly buying her books in paperback, and then Daniel Jensen is like, oh, by the way, I'm like re-releasing everything in hardcover special edition. It's like, pourquoi? Why? Joined in late, but still got 9 pages down. Starting next spring, getting my son ready for bed. Oh, okay, next sprint. Copy. Reading internment. Yeah, Regina. Oh, your heart will I have a pillow. Hug a pillow, Regina. Internment is hug a pillow. Hug a pillow. What up, Megan? Hello. Love Abby Jimenez, and I'm not a huge romance person. Oh. Okay. I might be enticed to read one of her books. I just haven't, like, nothing's really pulled me towards contemporary romance, so I was like, I don't know. Page 75 of my current read. I got a full page of notes. 1 physical and 5 digital arcs. Oh my gosh. The arcs that I have already been published. Like, I got approved for 1 arc. And, like, I got approved for an arc in the past, and when I got it, it was like, oh, it came out last year, we just need more marketing. I'm like, oh, okay. Then I got approved for another arc, and then it's like, oh, it got published last year, we just need more marketing. And I'm like, oh, okay. Which I don't mind. I don't. But sometimes it's like, I want to be part of the reviewing before the book comes out kind of group. It's fun. I'm already on chapter 9, and I've said, oh my god, about 600 times. Regina, I would run out of tabs if that was me. I do contemporary, but they have to be damaged somehow or mafia. Rarely do I do a fluffy contemporary. If I did a contemporary, I need a girl with attitude who isn't girly. I can't do a basic stereotypical type of romance. Like, I don't know, I guess that's why I like fantasy, because women are allowed to be like, there's words that I can't say on TikTok because then it just like blocks the live. And a lot of times when I'm talking about fierce female main characters, TikTok's like, oh, you're talking about aggressive concepts. It's like, nope, no, I'm not. But tonight is a slow night on TikTok. Dang. I wonder if I'm like, I wonder what is happening. Sorry, guys. Is there a game tonight? Is there a game tonight? I don't know. Physically reading Wild and Wrangled. Who writes that one? Females tend to be paranormal or fantasy girlies. I'm flying through my book. Nice. Real Madrid is playing or did play. Let me see. I don't know. I think my channel, remember how I said, like, TikTok does a wave kind of thing. Like, you'll have really high views for like 3 weeks, and then for like 1 week you'll have like crap views. And I think I'm on the crap view week. Cause yeah, we're usually about 30 people, and I'm like, no complaints though, we're here reading. Abby Jimenez brings a lot of real life issues into her books. That I appreciate. And it makes her characters feel so real. Chapter 35 of Life of Pi. I'm reading a contemporary romance where the FMC is a firefighter. Oh, roles reversed. I like that. Lila Sage writes the Rebel Blue Ranch series. First one is done and dusted. I don't think I've ever read a cowboy romance. What up, Libra? Yeah, it's a slow night. It's a slow night, but it's also a bit early. I don't know. We usually have like a good 30 to 40 people by about 7:30. But reading The Wheel of Time, having trouble putting it down. Yes. Stop posting for a while and I'm back to like 200 views. Yeah, so this past week, I guess yesterday, when I went live, only 500 people saw. So it tells you at the end of the live how many people saw your live, whether they scrolled past it, like basically how many people saw it on their FYP and like went into it. Some people join in and leave out. So only 500 people saw the live, which I'm normally closer to like 1,000 or more on good weeks. But again, TikTok views do this. So people are like, oh, I'm in 200 view jail. I don't think there's such a thing as 200 view jail. Genuinely, when you post a video, it sends your video to a small percentage of your followers and a small percentage of new people, and depending on how they engage, it'll push your videos out more. The problem is, I just got an influx of a ton of new followers that have nothing to do with book talk. I got a ton of Puerto Ricans that followed my page because I'm Puerto Rican, which I'm like, thank you for the follow. But if you're posting content about books, and majority of your followers don't care about books, they're not going to engage. So seeing all these people follow me, I knew my week was going to be... So I'm like trying to get back into regular rotation. Robert Jordan was genius. Hi, I want to try books too for a long time now. Try those books. Hoping to get a cowgirl vibe so I can jump on. Like a cowboy romance? I've never done a cowboy romance. Another author on my reading list is Brandon Sanderson. Yeah, and I got the rest of Mistborn Saga, the other 4 books. I don't know what they're called. They have like a series name. Wayne and... like, do I see them? It doesn't say. It's like Wayne and something, but it's part of the Mistborn Saga. So I was like giddy when I saw those. Out of my little views, you missed my commenters. I don't think it's pushing. Exactly. Like, that's why I don't do the follow you, follow me trend either. Because then you get a ton of people that follow you so that you can follow them. But if they don't care about your content, they're not going to engage. Wax and Wayne. Okay, Wax and Wayne. Exactly. Yes, thank you. Wax and Wayne series is what I got. I get happy when I get your YouTube notification. Yes! And I'm on YouTube. Remember, guys, TikTok is not going to stay. China already said that this past week. They're not selling. China said it. TikTok's not staying. So I am on Blue Sky. Blue Sky has another app called Skylight Social that is very similar to TikTok, and it's funded by Mark Cuban, the only billionaire that we actually appreciate, who's actually trying to help the people. So I'm going to be trying to post more on Skylight Social, YouTube, Blue Sky. I will have an Instagram because I understand there's a bigger reach on Instagram, but I'm also gonna like use Instagram to push people to my YouTube page. But I will never go live on Instagram. I will always go live on YouTube. I do not want to give any money to Meta, and like going live on TikTok, if you guys send me gifts, TikTok keeps a small percentage. Same thing with anything on Meta, Facebook Live, Instagram Live. If anybody was to gift me anything, they keep a small percentage, so I'm not doing Instagram Live. So letting you guys know, reading sprints will always be on YouTube Live once TikTok's gone. Right now, we're just doing both. For YouTube, yeah, my YouTube notifications, even myself, I'll get the email ASAP, but I will get the notification like hours later. The amount of Stray Kids lives that I have missed has been so sad. Like, I don't even think I get the Instagram notifications for Stray Kids lives. I just wake up one day and on TikTok everyone's posting recaps of the Stray Kids lives. It hurts. Sandy's online. Yeah, that's right. I checked on TikTok real quick and I'm like, Sandy's doing just fine. So it's just my page. My page is just not hitting the For You page. Like I said, depending on how people engage with my live, depending on whether people stay, whether they comment, whether they like, whether they gift, depending on what engagement looks like, will push the video out more to the For You page. Sandy has a ton of gifters. She has a ton of, like, she can get over 100,000 likes every single live. So she gets a lot of traffic. This is just how the algorithm works. So that, I think right now we're just all kind of waking up. What are you doing? Where'd you go? Alright, 30 minutes on the clock, everybody. Happy sprinting. Right. Hey, leave it alone. What? Hang on. Okay, come on. Come on. All right. How did that go with everyone? What, baby girl? Xena, I don't have string. I'm sorry. I do not have string in this book. She keeps looking for the bookmark that has like a ribbon on it. Page 142 out of 311. Switching my numbers around. Made it halfway through the first sprint. I didn't get a notification. Yeah, TikTok's not notifying. It's just one of those weeks where it's just not going to notify. So if I go a long time without going live, TikTok kind of like starts lessening the amount of people it notifies. Almost like a restart kind of situation. So every time I come back from out of town, it's probably not going to notify you. I most likely will not be going live tomorrow because I fly out Friday and it's race weekend and I have to focus on what I'm packing, on relaxation, on good rest. So if I do go live, this weekend, it's not going to be on YouTube. I will go live on TikTok if I go live. But I am going to be meeting all my favorite athletes in Boston. So I hope, as of right now, Sunday, I like to just stay in my hotel room and do absolutely nothing. So I might go live Sunday. Who knows? I have no idea. I got 2 notifications for the TikTok live, one of which I received while being here. Haha. Awesome, Gem Jar. Lights Out, Twisted Lies, or the Ballad of Sharon, I'm biased. Also, I haven't read the other ones. So I say you should read this one. Just Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Those choices have very different feels, but we're alike. No, Murphy, no. Shh. Ballad. This book requires a lot of referencing to the glossary. I'm hoping it will pick up as I learn. Which one are you reading again, miss? Chapter 45 of Iron Flame. Awesome. I'm probably not going to finish this book by tomorrow, which sucks because it means I got to take it with me. And then I did not want to take Sunrise on the Reaping with me, but I might because I have to read it for book club next week. When the Moon Hatched. Okay, gotcha. Okay, that's good to know because I want to read that book just for the sake of unwrapping my dragon sprayed edges. That's it. That's the only reason why I want to unwrap it. I hope next week I'll be able to kind of like adjust my bookshelves. I'm going to basically kind of like raise every single level a little higher to fit my books. But I'm going to have like all my dragon sprayed edges kind of together. Hopefully. It's after 2 a.m. Whew, Gem Jar, thank you so much for hopping in, man. Like, I wish I was able to stay up and read. I wish I had that schedule. I love you. This boom is slow, but interests me so much. This book. A Prayer for the Crown Shy by Becky Chambers. I haven't heard of that before. Long due to learning, but it is moving and good. Oh, that's awesome. I kind of hate that. It's good that the author has decided to take more time on the book, but it was going to be released in October, and then it got pushed, I think, to January for When the Moon Hatched Book 2. So I have my pre-order through Waterstones, because I got When the Moon Hatched through Waterstones with the dragon sprayed edges, and they haven't released the cover design yet, but I'm really, really, really hoping that the Waterstones edition of the sequel will kind of match. Because in the US, When the Moon Hatched just has a blue sprayed edge. It's very boring. Very boring. I only got 15 minutes of studying before dogs required my attention. My cats are indecisive. Xena gives me like 3 minutes of love and hops off. Glitch was here for a second and hopped off, so. I've finished the book, but I finally got Sunrise on the Reaping from Libby. Yes! Sarah, we might be reading it at around the same time, because I think I'm gonna finish this book. Friday is gonna be busy. And Saturday is gonna be busy, so I might finish this book on Sunday, and I'm hoping, if If I'm relaxed enough, I'll be able to start Sunrise on the Reaping. If not Sunday, then on the plane back on Tuesday. We'll see. But I will be starting it. I have to finish it by Friday, essentially. I have to finish Sunrise on the Reaping by Friday. Book club. It's a beautiful book with the dragon sprayed. Yes, miss. Yeah, so for those who don't know, sometimes if you get a book from the UK, try and get the rest of the series from the UK, because some books have different heights. Like, I feel like Heartless Hunter and Crimson Moth, which are the same book, just different titles. I feel like Crimson Moth is taller than the Heartless Hunter. So I got Rebel Witch from the UK, which I like the American cover a lot better, but I would not be able to do different heights. What's another series that I got where the covers were different heights? I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, so When the Moon Hatched, I'm getting it from the UK, just hoping that they gave us... I feel like the UK has... You know what? I'm going to show you guys what I just got in the mail. You'll see this video tomorrow. But if I show you tonight, you have to promise me... If I show you this book tonight, you have to promise me that when you see this video tomorrow, you have to engage with it. You have to act like you haven't seen it before, because if you don't engage with it, then meh. So there's a book that's called The Cat Who Saved the Library. And this book is not a new book, but it got a special edition. There's also The Cat Who Saved Books, which the special edition is through Blackwell's. The Cat Who Saved the Library is through Waterstones. I just got my Waterstones book. The Blackwell's book is delayed shipping. I might not get it till next month. But here's the new cover, right? The Cat Who Saved the Library. Gorgeous cover. Wonderful cover. Wait. Wait. Oh my god, it's cats and books. Like, this book has been on my wish list for a bit, just because I'm like, cats and books, that's got to be a cozy read. When I saw this is the book that I was gonna buy right before they announced they weren't gonna be shipping to the US, and I was like, no. And then, like, when they were like, okay, we're gonna be shipping again, I like jumped and I bought it. So this is The Cat Who Saved the Library by Sosuke Natsukawa. And then there's another one that's called The Cat Who Saved Books. The special edition of that book is on Blackwell's, and again, they are in, like, they don't have enough in stock yet, but they're getting a lot more in stock, so I should be getting that in May. But that one has cats and yarn. So again, when you see and the rest of it is purple and cats. So when you see this video tomorrow, you're gonna act like, oh my god, Crystal, this is amazing, I am going to comment. Putting this back. That book is definitely purely aesthetic. I will read it, but it's I mean, cats and books, guys. Hang on. Oh. Cats and books. Cats and books. That's cats and books. Started buying series in paperback. I will wait for the paperback. Yeah, what's the series that I'm waiting on? Day of Fallen Night and Priory of the Orange Tree. I really hope the next book comes out on paperback. I'm currently waiting. Stormlight Archives, I'm trying to get book 5 in paperback. So there's some books where I'm like, I have to wait. But I usually only get hardcover. Yes, Regina. So the book that I just held up is in Waterstones. But they do have the other book in the series, so it's 2 books. The other book in the series, the special edition, is through Blackwell's. You can order it, and it should ship out May 1st. Blackwell's has whatever price you see is shipping and handling, everything all inclusive. Blackwell's is the best place to get books from the UK because it's so cheap. Waterstones is a pretty penny. I'm not gonna lie. Waterstones was tough. But I needed the cats in the books. Samantha Shannon is an instant buy. Dude, I still haven't read a Samantha Shannon book. I know. I need to. My nephew loves that series. And that alone is like, I need to bump this book up so that at least like I could talk to him about it. So far, all I'm doing is like sending him videos of author updates. But I know nothing about the series to converse with him. So I need to bump it up just because there's another friend of mine who every time they recommend a book to me, every single book they've recommended so far I have absolutely loved, and that's one of the books that they were like, you have to read it. So Day of Fallen Night has not. See, a Day of Fallen Night audiobook, I don't know if I would do audiobook. Audiobooks, I will save audiobooks for books that I'm not annotating. For books that I don't like, I'll do a cozy fantasy or a historical fiction or a biography, something that I can like pay attention to while doing something else, because I don't sit and listen to audiobooks. I'll be doing something or driving or running. When it's fantasy and it's a series, I like to sit and annotate. So that is definitely going to be a physical book read for me. But I'll get to it one day. Especially because it's dragons, man. I gotta add on. I gotta prioritize my dragon shelf. Everyone's like, recommend a dragon book to me. I'm like, well, let me show you the ones that are still wrapped on my TBR. Sorry, not sorry. But thanks for the squirrels, Nicole. Oh, I just realized that was moved over a little bit. Why? Why is it moved over? I prefer physical books, and dragons are life. Of course, man. Dragons are the best. The sassy ones, oh, I love them. I love them. All right. 30 minutes on the clock, everybody. Happy sprinting. Where'd the music go? Sorry. Ooh. Page turn, new chapter, right at the bell. I like how there's like a Mockingjay reference in this book. That is, it's not foreshadowing because it's like, this is a prequel to the Hunger Games. So I'm not spoiling anything. She says, a mockingjay is a bona fide bird. And he says, and it sings in your show? She's like, not my show, sweetheart. Yours. The Capitol's anyway. And it's like, oh, earlier she says, the show's not over until the mockingjay sings. And then she says, basically the mockingjay sings at the Capitol's show. And it's like, oh, I like that play on words. I like that foreshadowing and series flashback at the same time. What time is it? I'll do 2 more sprints tonight. 2 more regular sprints. I know I'm going past the time that I want to go past, but that is okay. I'm good with 2 more sprints. Mainly because I'm not going to be going live tomorrow. But tomorrow morning I have to run in the morning. Tomorrow's just going to be a busy day. I'm really hoping my job leaves me alone. If my boss is like, book all these flights. No! Tomorrow I'll be packing, I'll be getting massage, I'll be getting ready for the race. I was reading my journal at the end of it, but I decided to read Chamber of Secrets. Wait. You're at the end of Mockingjay and you decided to switch over? You're at the end of Mockingjay. It's the end of the series. Page 145, the Book of Azrael. Sprint marathon before marathon. Right? Like, I'm debating whether or not I'll go live on Sunday. Because, again, Sunday, I'm just going to be relaxing. But I'm also, like, sometimes I just want to get on a video game and not think. And hosting does take some effort. Sometimes I just want to, like, read a book and not talk to people. I love you guys, but introvert mentality. So I'm like, we'll see what happens on Sunday, whether or not I go live. I have no idea. My job has been abusing me this week. Oh, no. I kind of already know what happens at the end because of the movie. Dalton, I feel like the end of the book hits harder than the end of the movie. I'm trying to remember how the movie ends, but I remember reading the book. And when I was a teenager, I hated the ending because it wasn't a happy ending. And in the movie, I didn't get that feeling. So I don't know. I don't remember if they changed the ending or if it just didn't hit as hard. So if you haven't read the book, I highly recommend finish the book so you'll see how that plays in. Now as an adult, I changed my rating and I changed my viewpoint of Mockingjay because as an adult, I get it. I completely understand why it ended the way that it did, and it sucks, and it's difficult, but that is the ending. 8 pages into Blood and Steel. Finished Fearless last night. Blood and Steel, I need to read that series. I have book 1. Everything, man. I just need to, like, not work. I just need to not work. And then I could read all the books that I want to. I'm capitalizing on audiobooks. Like, if I looked at my story graph and I'm reading way more audiobooks than physical books, which normally is the opposite. Normally I'll do more physical books, but I'm just, like, trying to power through these books. And I'm like, what can I do audio-wise? So I'm listening to, is it Tomes and Books or Tomes and Tea? I'm currently at Pirate's Life of Tea, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm there's some exciting parts, but I don't care about their banter. Like, their banter is very annoying. Still hold your book and move your eyes and want to read, do it. Right? Unfortunately, my work requires a lot of typing. So, typing and focus, so I can't I can, like, take breaks and, like, read for, like, 10 minutes, but I can't just pull away from my job and read while working kind of thing. Trying to decide if I want to get dust jacket covers like library books have. It's a personal choice. It's not a bad idea. I don't. I haven't. But I think if you have like special editions, like half-price books, some half-price books have like these clear dust jackets that they put on their special edition books to protect the dust jackets. I would say not a bad idea for special editions. I probably wouldn't do it for every book because I can imagine that probably gets expensive. Unless you don't have an extensive library. Like I do better with physical books, so I have too many books. Much too many books. I don't know why it happened. I think it's just because audiobooks have become more accessible. I think we're listening to more audiobooks because they're just so easily accessible now with Libby and Hoopla. I mean, even my library has like a whole stash of the CDs if I wanted to get into that. But it's so much easier. And since books are being pumped out at such a crazy rate, we want to catch up to everything. And it's so difficult. That's an idea. I use each brain half to do two different things. I wish I could like type and read and totally be fine. Unfortunately, I deal with a lot of like Excel sheets and documents, and I have 2 monitors for my job because I have to refer to all these different documents all the time. Maybe 22% into your book. Awesome. 200 books. I'm a library reader due to money issues. That's not a bad thing. You're saving libraries. You are. So a lot of the library funding is based on walk-in traffic. Literally, go to a library. Walking in, they usually have a counter. If they don't, check out books. The more books are checked out, whether or not you read them, shows that they have a lot of traffic coming in. Our biggest library in the downtown of my city had closed down because it wasn't getting enough traffic. It wasn't getting enough to justify funding it. Luckily, I live in a metroplex, so there's other branches to go to, but that was like the biggest branch and just wasn't getting enough traffic. So, oh yeah, Spotify uploading audiobooks as well. So yeah, go to libraries, walk into them, use their, go to their activities, because going to their activities justifies the employees getting more hours. I talked to an employee at my local library. Check out books. Libby actually costs more for them than physical books because they have to pay for a licensing, and a lot of times they can only lend out the books a certain amount of times. So utilize Libby to justify their spending and their funding for that. Get a library card. That in itself is a huge thing. So yeah, libraries are huge. Please do that. I made cards in every city I visit through the year. I wish they did that. Like, most of the libraries I've been to require for you to be a resident. Now, I live in Texas. There's a lot of libraries in Texas that if you are a Texas resident, they give you a library card. I don't know if this applies to like the United States, but I know for sure like I think I have Harris County, Houston County, Grand Prairie. I know those 3 for sure. If you are a Texas resident, you can get library cards. 16 books checked out my library. I have 1 physical currently and 2 audiobooks on Libby. Kids out of school, we do sessions at the library. That is amazing, Sharon. Yes, do sessions at library. Do like I don't know if you can do a book club. I think they have like rooms you can rent, but obviously you have to go during opening hours. Check out older books. Yeah, so books that get put on rotation or that get sold in library sales are the ones that have not been checked out in forever. Check out older books, and a lot of times they're written way better than books from today. I gotta say, I love fantasy books from the 90s. It's a whole different style of writing. Got power back like maybe half an hour ago. Oh, Fabiola, are you in Puerto Rico? Because Puerto Rico had a blackout. My brother was messaging me about that. They have private rooms and my kid clients just meet there. Yes. I wish our local book club would meet there, but our local book club meets at 8 p.m. So we can't do libraries. My town library card gives you access to probably 10 other area libraries. Yes. Yeah, I need to do more research on what libraries I have access to. Because I feel like more Texas libraries do the same thing. But yeah, they're small, but combined you get access to so many other books. Oh, that's good to hear, Fabiola. Yeah, my brother's obsessed with updates with Luma. He's like, Luma Energy took our power again. I'm like, oh, geez. Gabby, if you're watching, I love you. But he's always updating us whenever the power goes out on the island. I'm pretty sure you can get Austin library card. That's Harris County, isn't it? Is that Harris or Travis? I have to double check, because... Yeah, I have to double check that. Has a 10 you can join just for being in Texas? Yes, Texas has a network. I just haven't... I need to hit them all up again. I need to double check. Because last time I uploaded Libby cards, I wasn't aware of everything. Gabby. my brother's name is Gabby, and sometimes he hops into the lives. I'm surprised he's not texting us that power is back on. Because he would. It's like a boy named Gabby? Yes. Yes. In Puerto Rico, guys are also named Gabby. Alright. Alright, everybody. 30 minutes on the clock. Happy sprinting. Stay hydrated.
Ooh.
timing. All right. Mel, to answer your question, I try to do weeknights. I normally do post a schedule by Monday, but this week is different and I'm going out of town. So, as of right now, tonight is the last scheduled reading sprint live. If I go live again, it probably will not be until this weekend. And it'll be spontaneous, which means I may or may not go live. I'm not holding to any schedule, but I'm hoping by... I don't even know. I might not be able to schedule a live until Wednesday of next week because I fly back on Tuesday. But normally weeknights is what I try to do. Bad timing. It's getting interesting. No! 164 out of 311. Second to last page of The Hour of the Star. How far have I gotten? I'm close to 50%. No, I'm not. I lie. I'm not getting there. 50% is like... Well, how many pages? Hold up. No. I'll be at like 40-something%, which is good from earlier today. Yeah, definitely, Mel. So, thank you for subscribing, by the way. As you can tell, I do silent sprints. So during the sprint, I try not to talk. I will try and reply when I can. But if not, I will answer all questions during the chat time. No problem there. I've always gotten distracted when people talk during sprints. So I just created this quiet zone for those that read like I do. But I also, TikTok is not sticking around. So I also am live on YouTube. So be sure that you guys are following me on YouTube as well, so that whenever this app does go away, you already have that. I do get email notifications when I go live, so you will get emailed. As far as like app notifications, my app notifications suck. So you might get notified, you might not. But I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube for now at the same time until TikTok goes away. Enjoying Heartwood. I'm chewing on Skittles trying to be discreet, but it's just, I'm chewing on Skittles. I'm listening to Iron Flame at the moment. Ooh! Are you listening to the graphic one or just like the regular narration? Page 544 in The Winners. Oh, Beartown, book 3. I don't know why I thought Beartown was a duology. I didn't know that. Ah, Nicole, here for you for sure. 74% of the way through. I think I'm still in the 40s. Oh, you're 47%. Yeah, I think I'm in the 40s too. I am watching a show. Gabriella, this is Zen space for your show? Perfect. I kind of like want to turn on reading sprint sometimes and just play Minecraft. Just zone out and build something. I really hope YouTube makes it so you can swipe through different lives. Yeah, I've never looked through lives, actually. I think one time I came across, I looked up a reading sprint live, and there was one that like I played while I was working. But I've never actually utilized the YouTube app as much to know like if it scrolls how that works. Like, I almost never get on YouTube unless I'm on my computer, and I'm like, alright, if I'm gonna make this shift over, I probably should play more with the YouTube app, honestly. I'll turn sprints on while I'm working, even though I won't have much time to read. And that's the good thing, too, is, so if you go to my profile on YouTube, there's a tab that says, live. And if you click on that tab, all of my reading sprints are recorded. So like this reading sprint is going to be recorded and put on YouTube. So even when I'm not here, you guys can get on the YouTube reading sprints and just like watch whichever one. How many more do you think? I'm going to do one last sprint tonight. One last sprint. I'm really trying to go to bed by, or get off of here by 10. Tonight we're going a little bit over, but that's okay. So one last sprint tonight. YouTube app is set up like their website. That's what mine kind of looks like. I didn't know reading sprints were a thing until I just popped up in my... Yeah, I remember when I first saw reading sprints, I was like, why are we all staring at a girl reading a book? Like, this is creepier than staring at a guy sleeping in bed. Because people used to do that before TikTok implemented like a puzzle piece to prove that you're still there. It comes on randomly. But I remember scrolling, like, this was like, what, 2020? And people would be like sleeping and live. But I found reading sprints and I was like, this is a great idea. It just feels like you're kind of in a living room with your friends. Everyone's got their own books. We chat for a bit and then we just go back to our books. Like, I made so many awesome friends joining in on reading sprints. And then I was so excited to finally host my own because I hate typing. I hate thumb typing. Sorry, I hate thumb typing. This is why I have reading sprints. Because I got sick and tired of communicating via thumb typing. And I was like, I'm making my own sprints so I can talk to y'all. The people sleeping was so bizarre. Yes. So essentially, at random times, TikTok shows us a puzzle piece and we have to like slide it in place. It's totally random. We never know when it's coming. But that's just to make sure that we don't have like the sleeping lives. Some things are different between app and page, but only the specific ones like only app, not page. Complete strangers have become a source of peace and community. Yeah, seriously. What I loved about this app the most is the fact that I am odd and socially awkward in real life, and I don't really have too many close friends. Whereas on TikTok, if you like me, you'll stay, and if you don't like me, you'll scroll. And I have found so many people that are like-minded, and it sucks that we don't live in the same area, because I'd totally go, like, visit your house, let's go to the park, whatever. But at least, like, I'm able to kind of, like, interact with the peeps that are like me. And I can say weird things, I can have weird voices, and nobody's looking at me like, okay, Crystal. Alright, yeah. Like, if anything, you guys are going to be joining in on my random quotes, and it's totally fine. We're from the same hometown. That's right, I know, but I don't live in El Paso anymore. That doesn't help right now. There's that, yeah, exactly. I actually, like, I just got a slew of followers all from Puerto Rico, which is fine, but they're not book readers. So I'm like, welcome to my book page. I talk about books. I hope you engage. So, they'll find out how weird I am. I'm expecting my follower count to drop. Because people will, like, mass follow you. If you have a video go viral, they mass follow you, and then when they realize they don't care about your content, they start unfollowing you. Which is fine, because I'd rather have the people who like the content. But it's so interesting when that happens. The waiting to get the puzzle piece before running to the bathroom is real. Yes, dude! So when I go live, you have 5 minutes to move that puzzle piece. So when I go make popcorn, I'm like, I put the popcorn in the microwave, come back, check the phone. I put the popcorn in the bowl, come back, check the phone. I season the popcorn, come back. I go to the bathroom, I got less than 5 minutes to get my business done. Like, the struggle to do anything while you're live, if you can't see your phone, like my kitchen is obviously not in here, and I have to like run to do whatever and be back in less than 5 minutes. Like, when one of my cats decides they want to drop a massive dump in their litter box and not cover it. Usually, older cats will use the litter box and not cover it, but those, like, they get zoomies because there's a chemical in, this is TMI, but if you have cats, you'll know. Older cats, when they go to the litter box, there's like a chemical that gets released. It's like an endorphin. Like, they get zoomies from using the litter box. So my older cat, especially at night, will zoom out of the litter box, have like 4-minute zoomies because he's like 15-year-old. Do I get penalties for missing it? No. So if you don't move the puzzle piece, the live ends. So you have 5 minutes to move the puzzle piece or the live shuts off. So it's not so much a penalty, it's just the live turns off. Husband and I lives 3.5 hours away from everyone we know who isn't a coworker, so this is nice. Exactly. Like, you still get to like hang out with your video game friends or your book friends. Like, the reading sprint lives is such a fun community. Doesn't know personal space, she's laying. My cat doesn't know personal space, she's laying on my chest. I have 3 cats. That litter box is something else. Yes. Yeah, I have 3 cats too. 2 of them are younger. Xena has unlimited zoomies. Like there's no differentiation. She just has zoomies all the time. Glitch, spontaneous, but Oliver gets evening zoomies, and it's always right after he uses the litter box. I start another one right away. You can start another live right away, but like if your followers aren't sure what's going on, they might just go to another live. It's just an annoyance kind of thing. And also like it doesn't matter for me, but anybody that's like doing battles or doing any kind of like TikTok event thing with their live, it keeps track of how long you're live. So starting a new live just kind of starts like a new session kind of thing. Again, that doesn't matter to me, not for like my kind of content, but for others who utilize more of what TikTok live does, it might affect them if they cut it short kind of thing. Because a lot of the followers are not going to sit around and wait for you to come back because they have no idea why it shut down in the first place. They might assume your phone died and you have no idea. I don't want the story to end. Alright guys, last sprint of the night. Let's make it count. All right. Ooh. Good reading sprint while Xena gets hyper back there. All right. So I am pretty sure there will be no reading sprints tomorrow because I have to pack. This isn't like a work trip where I like sleep for 2 hours. Unfortunately, I have to make sure that my body is prepped and ready, which it isn't, but it is what it is. So I will be doing reading sprints scheduled. I think won't happen until Wednesday. I don't know. I'll post it next week. I'll post it. So, but thank you guys so much for hopping in. Per usual, we shall say goodbye to YouTube first. And for those who hopped in late, I am also live on YouTube because TikTok is not going to stick around. So whenever TikTok is gone, I will be doing reading sprints on YouTube. And you can throw it on the big screen. You can throw it on the computer. If you go to my profile on YouTube and click on the live tab, you can see all of my previous reading sprints. So even though I won't be on, you'll be able to like see them. And thank you. Yes, the Boston Marathon is Monday. So if you guys will not find me, there are thousands of runners. Don't turn on the TV trying to find me. I promise you there's thousands of runners. Why did the music stop? There it is. But I'll let you guys know how things work out. So, YouTube, thank you so much for hopping in. Y'all have a wonderful night. Please finish your books if you're almost done with them, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.